public, free to join and play on EWP server. This means that it's totally vanilla, but the things you experience are not what you expect. There's over 3,600, almost 4,000 changes made, making it a world that you are not fully used to, that you do not fully understand. And today, what we're going to be looking at is the Blacksmith empowering system. And then after that, I'll show off sort of what I've been working on with this build, and also the mechanic of getting the stuff to build with by fighting goblins. And that's our itinerary, so to speak. Let's get to it. I've come to understand that these streams will be better if I don't stream everything I do. Instead, I stream every couple of times that I play. This way, I have a better understanding of what's going to happen. And what I've been doing is gathering resources by doing goblin camps and building out this base. And what we're going to do is we're going to use some of the stuff I've gotten to further empower or gamble the gear. I now have a level 1 bronze armor set because I gambled my level 4 bronze armor set and broke everything. So you're going to see how that process works. First, you'll have to get a Dvergr blacksmith. Now, to acquire a blacksmith, it's pretty simple. You need to build a forge, right? And then after you've built the forge, you'll get a message. Try summoning a trader next to a forge. So in Path of Magic, you can summon a trader by building a pile of 999 coins and then typing, say, trader in the chat. It'll replace the pile of coins, and you'll lose them, with a Dvergr. And if there is a forge nearby, then you will get a Dvergr blacksmith. And these guys are brutally destructive. So it's quite important that you keep them safe and contained, because they're going to blow the roof off your building otherwise. You really want to make sure that they are not near wooden structures. And then the Dvergr blacksmith has a couple features. If you ever want to learn about them, you can do blacksmith, ? And then it'll show you the 3 features they offer. We're going to focus on tempered and empowered. Tempered basically gives you more durability, and empowered, it gives you a gamble. You either double the strength of your weapon or you lose it, right? And that's how I got these level 24, level 24, level 12. The maximum is level 96 or level 64, depending on how you start. So you can use this system to get these stronger weapons, right? And what I'm going to do is try and get some better ones. And in order to do it, you make a treasure chest like this. And then he'll ask you to give him a weapon. Now, because we've already built the thing that he needs, we can just do this. But normally, you have to build one of these. You have to make sure that there is a smith's anvil. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to empower anything. Now, what should we risk? I have this level 12 bow. Why not? Alright, here we go. Oh, okay, I got lucky. I'm not gonna do it again. No. I got lucky. So now you can see it's level 24. And this ups the damage, it ups the durability, but notice that it doesn't up the draw stamina in these things. So it doesn't up all the stats. And what's interesting about this is it totally changes the meta, because it means that you can take pretty much any weapon that you like in the game and make it powerful enough to hold its own weight against most enemies on Path of Magic. Now, I'm not saying it's necessarily easy, because you might have to remake the weapon loads of times and then spend loads of these treasure chests, and every treasure chest attempt is 900 coins, 5 rubies, 2 silver necklaces, 8 fine wood, and 2 silver. So this is a fantastic item sink, and it's one of my favorite accidental discoveries on the Path of Magic experience, to be honest, was this empowering system. So in order to fight the goblin camps, having better bow is important. But in all honesty, really the problem I have is that after I die, I can't get a bubble from a 1-starred enemy, and there's lots of 1-starred enemies. So I'm thinking that if I empower my bronze armor, because I'm committed to making bronze armor work, and I'm just going to keep using it for a long time and see how it feels. Because then I can make it fun, right? If I empower my bronze armor, I should be able to survive more easily. So before we start empowering, though, we want to figure out, okay, empowering can double it, but I can also get it up to level 4 just by upgrading it, right? And definitely getting to level 2, well, getting to level 2 is certainly worth it. And then how much does level 3 cost? 6, so it's like, yeah, 18 bronze for all 3 of them. I think that's reasonable, so let's do it. We just gotta make more bronze. Oh, and look at that, we have 18 tin. Ha! Oh, you can get extra bronze by crafting? That's kinda cool. I like the little ding noise they added, that's nice. Alright, we have our 18 bronze, here we go. And now we want to upgrade to level 3. And I'm not going to do to level 4, just because at that point I could just kind of make more armor. And so now we're going to see if we get lucky. And obviously we are not going to get lucky with the full set. So pretty much I'm going to need to make more bronze here. And it looks like I'll be able to make one more piece. And then I'll have to do something. So let's see how lucky I get. Make treasure chest. And oh. And so yeah, you get a little bit of a refund when it fails. So you get a silver necklace and 2 rubies. And that's just because it's pretty heartbreaking to lose it. In this case, yeah, I lost the pants. So you see how the system works, right? It's a give and a take. You can get lucky and get a really powerful item, but you can also end up sacrificing your item and then have to get all the resources to remake it in the beginning, right? So that ends once you hit level either 64 or 96, depending on how you started. But until then, it's like a constant guessing game, and I personally find it better to not push your luck. So once you get to like a level 24 item, you're probably good at that point. You could try and go one more time, but at this point you've gotten lucky 3 times in a row or something like that. So let's see if I get lucky again. We're gonna just do it quickly this time. Gonna empower those, and then we're also gonna empower our helmet. Oh, one got lucky. Hey, that's pretty good. Hey, not bad, not bad. Alright, let's see how that went then. Okay, we have our level 6 gear now. Did it even make that much of it? Yeah, it gives 18 armor now. All of that for such a tiny difference. I will say with the armor, it's a lot harder to make the armor worth it compared to the weapons. The weapons really benefit from empowering, whereas the armor, not so much. And like in this case, for example, that was all the empowering attempts I had gotten silver necklaces for. So now I have to go fight and do other stuff. It's quite thrilling, and then it ends, and then you're like, I need more material. Which is kind of the point, right? So now we can see that I should basically just make the bronze leggings so that I have the full set and I can get the set bonus. Path of Magic has altered set bonuses, basically. So all of the heavy armor sets have a set bonus. And in the case of this one, when you put something away, you get the Troll Endurance buff, which increases your carry weight by 250. So if you also have this, or sorry, maybe it's 150, I don't remember. But if you also have the belt, then you get 700 pounds, which is awesome. It makes dealing with metal and carrying things around a lot easier. If I remember right, you can actually hold, yeah, not quite 2 full stacks, but you can hold a full stack of metal without a problem, which is great. And you still have 200 pounds left over. So now let's see, we've done our vague little bit of empowering. So now let's look at the tempering system. Because if I do this, we can see that there is an entry for tempered gear. Quadruple the durability of weapons. Also works for armor and tools. Place 1 small stack of coins, right? So we want to temper our new armor so that it doesn't break as much. And you can see the legs have like less, right? They have half the durability of our empowered armor. And you can also see that our empowered armor has over double the armor value of the individual one, right? And that'll keep happening. So when you first empower something, it's not that noticeable. But as you progress, it can become quite noticeable. And for example, with the capes, you can get a cape to give a reasonable amount of armor. So if you can find a source of silver necklaces, which you can see here is my bottleneck right now, then that'll allow you to keep doing empowering attempts. Silver necklaces tend to be the bottleneck. But until then, we can temper our gear and equipment to increase its durability and reduce the amount of times we have to go back and repair. To do so, we build a stack of coins near our blacksmith, but he needs a grinding wheel. So let's build him one. We're going to put it right here. There we go. And now we can build a stack of coins, just like this, and he'll ask us about tempering gear. We're going to temper the armor that we just made, and also the level 1. So we toss, and it works the same way as empowering, except tempering will never fail. There's no blowing your item up. You just pay 99 coins, and then the durability goes up a bunch. I'll show you after I've tempered all of this gear. Now let's also temper the bow. That should be the main things. I guess I could also temper a hammer. So now if we look at these items, we can see that this level 6 bronze helmet has 6,000 durability out of 2,000. So you can use tempering to give temporary durability buffs to items that prevent you from having to repair the item, but eventually it's going to go away. Make sense? And so now what we want to do is, let's see, we have our tempered bow, we have our tempered gear. I have not tempered the sword, so it'll break, and also the hammer breaks on me a lot, and so does the cultivator. I'm not going to be able to level up the cultivator, though, but I will be able to level up the hammer. So let's do that. There we go. And this is going to enable us to build more, right? Because we have only 300 durability, but we can just have him temper our hammer. And now our hammer has 800, so it'll last noticeably longer for our building extravaganzas. I tend to just build more and more and more hammers. I'm one of those crazy people. Alright, so there's our empowering system. And obviously, I want to make this Dvergr a better place. Right now, this was just a very beginning prototype, and it was square before I established the theme that I wanted. So you can see that's the draft. I don't really like it. I like the window, but it's too flat. What we're going to do instead is use something else over here. This combination of Growlstone and stone. The best look of it is here, right? So we're going to use this same pattern in all the other elements in the base. And I've been hatching some of the eggs, which have inspired me because I do not want to kill chickens. So I do want to get a source of the chicken meat, though. So I think what I'm going to do is add a Dvergr trade where you can give eggs, which are pretty much useless aside from making chickens. I don't know why, but the food for eggs is really lacking. It's like not good at all. And by the time you get eggs, you're in the plains, and the egg food is like I mean, yeah, it's worse than sausages, which is confusing. Like, I don't know why it's like that. Like, why does this item exist? Because by the time you get it, it's not used. You know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do is make it so that the eggs can be traded to the Dvergr in exchange for some chicken meat. Maybe it'll be like 2 eggs for every 1 chicken meat. So let's add that to the implementation list. Here we go. Add Dvergr trade 2 eggs for 1 chicken meat. Or maybe just 1 for 1, I don't know. I guess I always try and attrit, so I'll follow that rule. 2 for 1. So I just added to the list, basically, and now we're just going to continue on. And as you can see, see, isn't that adorable? Why would you want to kill that? You know what I mean? That's such barbarism. Don't get me wrong, I know chicken's tasty. But I just can't bring myself to want to bring violence against such a pleasant creature. I want to make a whole chicken script at some point, because I love chickens. In real life, I take care of chickens. I have Little Rooster, you've probably heard him. You might hear him again, he's been cuckoo-cuckooing for a while. And they're so cool and adorable, but the chickens in Valheim, they're very cute, but they're not very chicken-like. Like, this is... a chicken would not do this. No. You see, the chicken does not care about being up here unless it's broody or trying to find a spot to lay an egg. Then yes, they will come inside and they'll try and lay eggs in your cupboard and all sorts of places. But for the most part, that chicken, she would be out with other chickens. They love being next to each other or near each other. And they would be like in dirty, grassy areas. But also they would be following the Viking around. Because chickens are like dogs. They really are. I don't know why people, I guess because we eat them, so we don't want to treat them like pets. But chickens are incredibly smart, and they love being around you. I know that sounds crazy, but trust me, like, the hens I take care of, they get, like, cooey and start complaining if I don't spend time with them. And you can think it's just food, but even if you feed them a lot, they'll still actually, like, coo for food in these things. Yeah, that's a good point, Teens. Teen says that the omelets are great when you get to that point. Yeah, I agree. The omelets are a great food source. And I'm glad that that uses eggs and not the cooked chicken meat. But my point is, at some point, I'll make a more realistic chicken script. I definitely, there's a couple projects that I feel very motivated to do, but I understand that from the PoM development perspective, they're not exactly a priority. And there's 2 of them. One of them is the cemetery. So I want this cemetery to self-build itself based on how much you die in the game. Make sense? So as you die more, there's this building in Path of Magic that the server makes, and the more you die, the more fancy your monument becomes, until you reach 1,000 deaths, when you get like a fully dedicated monument, pretty much. So the idea is players will start, and then they'll walk through this graveyard, and they'll see like other players and some graveyard themes and these things and not really understand what it is. And then later on, they'll come to understand that that's the representation of all of the dead Vikings that have come before, right? I love that idea. I think it's hilarious. And I know that it doesn't make much sense and would be very complicated, but I don't care. I'll do that later, though. I know better than to prioritize that. But the other thing is a chicken realism script. As I was saying, the chickens, they just... I don't know, like, they are chickens. And I don't blame Irongate. I'm not saying they don't know they're chickens. I'm just saying... we could make the chickens do a lot more realistic stuff. Like, in my house, the chickens want to be where you are. So if you're in the kitchen, they come as close as they can get to the kitchen, because they live in the backyard. So they'll all, like, huddle up at the fence where the kitchen meets the yard, and they'll just wait there. And then if you're there just watching something and you're talking, they'll go over there and sit there. And if you go in the yard and sit in one corner, they'll go peck and scratch next to where you are. As far as they're concerned, you're a chicken and you should all be together. So that's something I want to add, and all these other little things. Could call it the chicken love patch. But for now, I'm not gonna keep babbling about chickens. I'll show off some of the other features that we've been, well, I guess I've been working on in the base. Because basically I raid goblin camps and I get building materials and then I run out of them. And then I raid goblin camps. Oh, sorry. And then I get building materials and then I run out of them. Makes sense? So here we have a little spawning area, right? One of these is my bed, and maybe later on other people will make beds here. And we got some food. I went on an errand to some of the other bases and grabbed some sustenance, but not absolutely everything. Mostly I needed things to get the garden going. So that's something that could use more work, actually. Could do some kind of garden out here, to be honest. This is a nice spot. Added these castle elements so that there's like this view, but the view isn't too obstructed by the castle elements, right? Because I was just going to put a wall here, but if I did that, then, I mean, the wall's never going to help us, and it's just getting in the way of a view, so it'd be kind of pointless, right? So instead, I just added these ramparts, so it gives this feel of a wall and the look of it, without actually, like, being the entire wall. Alright. So then we have this whole area, which has mostly just been an excavation thing, right? And I've been clearing out this part. I don't really know what to do for this part yet. There used to be a builder's bunker there, right? But I've been getting rid of all the parts of it and making it into just part of the base, essentially. I showed the builder's bunkers in a previous live stream, but the idea with a builder's bunker is to give you a starting point in a more dangerous biome so that you don't have to worry as much. And the combination of builder's bunkers and nonsense chests, it's meant to make the mistlands, the ashlands, the plains more accessible to players who are used to building in the relative safety of the meadows. So you basically make a bunker and it goes into the ground, and all you have to do to make the bunker is just make a portal. And then you say bunker, right? And it'll then make a bunker. But because I already made one, you can't do that. And nothing happens here because this is no map, no portal, so the portals don't do anything. They're actually only used to make builders' bunkers. And that way you start and you get a safe area with some invincible assets that keep you safe in a bed and a chest. And then from there, you can expand out from that safety and build. So all of these things that you see here, like that's the wall of a builder's bunker that used to be there, but now it's just not necessary, right? So I can just get rid of that stuff. But you can see I don't get any loot from it. And that's because it was spawned as a builder's bunker, so it was spawned for free pretty much, for just the cost of a portal. So it can't drop loot, otherwise people can just, like, get a bunch of materials that way. But for now, let's go down here. We have this very, very ghetto kind of garden going on. And one of the scripts on Valheim world editing that I think is really cool adjusts beehives a little bit. Basically, let's see, can we make a beehive? Why can't I remember where beehives are? Ah, yeah, we can't make it. I don't have queen bee. Okay, I thought I had one more, but I don't. But there's this script on Valheim world editing that makes it so that when you have a beehive, it actually will make the crops nearby give you more material, give you more loot. So you see how this is a pollinated onion and that's a normal onion? This is a chance when the onion grows up, it looks to see if there's a beehive near, and then it becomes a pollinated onion. And I thought this script was awesome. I think it's originally by Architect, but it might be one of the others. There's actually a couple B scripts, so sorry if I got that wrong. It's in the Valheim world editing Discord in the config share area. But it's such a cool script because normally you have to do a lot of farming in Valheim to get food. And I don't dislike farming. But I think that it isn't necessary to do it at that scale. Instead, you should be able to do a little bit, make a little garden, and get lots of food out of it, right? So they offer you the world modifiers, right? And this is what it looks like with the 3 times world modifier. Each thing gives you 3, right? Unfortunately, that still means a lot of farming. Yes, it does mean that you can get up pretty high quantities pretty quickly, but it still means lots of farming. Compare that to a pollinated onion, which is a full stack of onion just from one piece. And then suddenly, you only need 2 onions planted to make, what is it, 2 whole stacks of the food. And I personally think that this scales better into the gameplay, because it means that you can make bigger farms if you want to, but you're no longer forced into spending maybe a quarter of your time farming. You can make things look aesthetically pleasing and just have a small area dedicated to stuff. And then I took an onion, right? So now I can just replace it, you know? Easy peasy, and now I have 2 whole stacks of onions. Like, that's the kind of thing I think works better. And it's also, it's just, honestly, it's hilarious watching the little pile of turnips go. I love it. It's too funny. And so at some point I'll make this fancier, but for now I'm just gonna replace kind of as I go. So I'm taking a pile of turnips. We also want a pile of carrots. I actually didn't have any carrots, so I couldn't even make a spice rack. There we go. Now let's, hey, you hear? There he is. Speak of the devil. There's little rooster. The star of the show himself. Oh, I don't have any more carrot seeds. That's okay. I guess I can just plant some of these. Now the pollination thing, you can make it also work on seeds. But on PoM, it only works on the actual crops. And I think that's a little bit more balanced, but it doesn't really matter. It's all depending on your preference, really. But there we go, we've done that. So I want to make the garden prettier, but I've also added this whole staircase area, as you can see here. This used to be a trench I kept falling into. And what we want is to actually go around over here a little bit. Obviously that area still needs to be redone. There's no way to easily get up there, which is silly. And we're gonna try and upgrade this a little bit. So I need to see if I can make a spice rack. No thistle. I forgot to get thistle. Ah, alright. I guess I'm going on a mini adventure then. Let's put this in our produce here. Hey, here's our nonsense chest. Okay. Now, I think I need some thistle. Because there's certain foods I can't make because I don't have a high enough cooking station. And I'm just gonna try and make it to an area where I can get some thistle. Oh, hello there, friend. I see you two have gotten to know each other. Interestingly, the Dvergr in cages attract enemies, but usually the enemies, yeah, they go into this kind of weird state. Like, this guy just has really bad eyesight, I guess. But they'll try and attack the other enemy if they're closer to him, but they can't reach him. So they'll often just forget about you and try and attack the Dvergr. It's kind of amusing. Oh, I forgot to show this thing I learned earlier. Oh, huh. Oh, Fenring chest. Thank you. Lucky. Too bad I'm committed to using bronze armor. But basically what I learned is that you can jump and use an attack at the same time. I didn't realize that. So I thought you could do, I knew you could do these lunging attacks, right? But you can actually jump and start the lunging attack immediately after the jump, right? So you can like shift jump, and then you'll land where the enemy is and do the attack. Oh, I got lucky. That may have looked like I had attacked the Death Skeeto, but I actually just got lucky. The Death Skeeto would have hit me, but not killed me. The server removed him. Oh, hello, Mr. Plains Deer. Oh! His life was so short. Brutal! What is this? What is this abomination? I have not seen this kind of Death Skeeto before. A tough Death Skeeto, huh? Well, Mr. Tough Death Skeeto. You want to meet your maker? Ha! Ha ha! There we go, it worked. Alright, at some point I'll be able to survive a 1-star Fuelings melee attack with my shield up. But that point has not yet occurred, so I'll just keep using this strategy that I learned where I can jump. Yeah, you see, it's like, it's crazy. You just jump, and then you use the jump to dodge the goblin's attack, and then you will do a melee attack where you land. So you use that combination to just go to town on the goblin. Now, I'm going to learn my lesson. I got to keep my sword out, baseball style. It may not look like it, but I'm actually trying to go get some thistle. Hey, look at that, a normal goblin. Hello, normal goblin. Oh, no. Normal goblin and 2 other goblin. Okay, I'll leave. Oh, and that one. Okay, I'm just gonna go run into the Black Forest then. How about that? I'm realizing that I forgot. Oh. Whoa. Hey, okay, this guy looks like he knows what he's doing. I forgot arrows, which is problematic. Hello, Mr. Dvergr! Save us! Uh-oh. This is a bad spot to try and cross. Dang, this guy is farming these goblin. Oh, he's dead. Uh-oh. Is he dead? They got him. Dang, they got him. He was a 2-star mage, but it didn't matter. Oh god. Whoa, a building? Who put a building there? That is brave. Oh gosh. What's this? Is that a chaos bunny? Nope, it's dead. Alright. Well. Oh, alright. Well, there's certainly enough monster. This is perfect. They'll get distracted. Alright. A boar? What on earth is this place? It's like a nightmare of Valheim's creation. I'm just gonna swim away. Don't worry about me. I just want some thistle. Some thistle, please. They're too busy. What's this? A box of crystal? Okay. Oh god! Where did that come from? I did not see that troll right there. Mr. Goblin, you're now my friend. Please help me. Please help me persevere. What is this whole army of them? Alright. You guys can all deal with each other. That was fascinatingly chaotic. Okay. I just want some thistle. That's it. Are you gonna give me some thistle, Mr. Brute? I can fight you guys. Yeah, I don't have to be all scared. Yeah, I got a bubble shield now. What you gonna do? Nothing. Yeah, huh. Alright. But that thistle. Well, there's gotta be some. At least I'm in the Black Forest now. Should be more reasonable to stay alive. Although, it would have been smarter of me. Much smarter of me, in fact. To go sailing with the tune. Instead of running around like this. But, running around like this is pretty thrilling. Now, I'm hoping there's some little thistle on this island, but maybe not. Bubble! Black Forest. So much easier. I don't have to worry about dying in one shot from absolutely everything in existence. We did find some thistle. Ah, fantastic. I mean, that's... Is this a Wow, there's a burial chamber here? I did not know that. Oh, God! Yeah, you little devil. You see what they did? They're sneaky. Sneaky little devil. Oh, he got more health. Oh, no, that one. Ah, there were two of them. I was going to go in that burial chamber. Honestly, I'm surprised I didn't die earlier. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. But now I can do what I said would have been smarter, and I can sail the tune to that spot because I don't have as much storage space, whereas the tune has like 16 slots and it moves really quickly, and it's on the river that's right here. So that seems like a better option in all honesty. And if I'm being the way that I am, I may as well actually use 3 foods because I want to rely on the bubble blocking system. And I thought I'd get a stamina food, but I didn't, so I was just running around with 2 food, which is foolish. But now look, we even have these little benches. You sit in this little chair, look at the view. I'm having a lot of fun with this base, to be honest. I've been wanting to make a castle tower in the plains for a long time and do like goblin camp stuff, but I just hadn't gotten around to it, to be honest. And I didn't realize that I would enjoy it so much, but when I got into it, I definitely have a... This experience has inspired me because I didn't like the swamp as much. And I see now that it's not so much the crypt. It's just how dark the swamp is. It's just boring. So, like, I guess maybe I should just accept that. I don't really know how to handle the swamp situation. Because I did a lot of building in the swamp to work on the tower factory thing. And I liked it. But mostly I liked it because I was learning about the conveyor system. The actual experience of building in the swamp was... It's like, I don't know, it's nice if you get into the interiors and you light things well, right? But it's just so... just so dark. So, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even try and make the swamp a more fun place to build. I'm not really sure. Because I'm just seeing this experience of the plains, and also the experience I had in the Black Forest. It was way more fun. Like, genuinely. The swamp was just too dull, too dreary. Oh, hello there. What do we have here? A plane scout. Too bad I can't put him in the boat. That'd be nice. Yeah, so far, this is the tune on normal carve mode, but give it a moment, because the stars are aligning, and the jet fuel is about to burn. There we go. So you can handle like 2 seconds of the sail down. Maybe not even 2 seconds. 1, 2. Yeah, you see how fast it goes? I find it easier to just use the sails basically to get more speed. But if you actually try and sail with it down, especially in a narrow area like this, it's probably the wind just gonna take the ship and make it all crazy. So it's more like a turbo button. It gives you a little boost of speed. But look how fast, you see how easy it is to lose control? You have to be very careful. And here we are. This is why I said that it would have been better for me to bring the boat. Dang, this is a particularly chaotic area. I see what I did. I put a Grey Dwarf spawner, which makes Black Forest monsters and abominations, next to a Grey Dwarf camp, or it's next to a Goblin camp. So it looks like this is like an area of eternal conflict for the moment, which is pretty awesome, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna kind of tuck this boat over here to the side a little bit, because we can get a rested buff and some stuff from the boat, because it's a fancy quest boat. So I'm actually going to do this burial chamber, because I've noticed there's some resources that I don't have for this base, basically. And I want to get them. Yeah, Black Forest monsters, feel my sword. It's so much easier. I definitely underestimated how much more powerful the plains monsters are. Because it's pretty much all starred monsters in the plains. And the goblins, they heal and like eat you and level up from killing you, and it's pretty funny. I got my magic barrier, what are you gonna do? That's right. It would be pretty funny if monsters could like zone into these places, right? Because for this guy here, I gotta get him up against something. The block force for my shield is too intense. Look how far he goes. It's hilarious. We're trying to get him up against something so I can actually hit him. But the shield, while it becomes very powerful, you can see that it does get a little inconvenient. Which I think is fine. We're gonna run with it. Because what we can do instead... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I lose my barrier? No. Alright, we're good. Melee me! Oh, I lost my barrier. I'm in trouble, I'm in trouble, I'm in trouble. Uh-oh. You see, that's how I dodge. I just block! Whoa! Oh, I did have a bubble. Okay, I'm okay. That was intense. Alright, Mr. Troll, save the day. You can do it. Here, take these monsters. Oof, brutal. This troll is saving my behind. Oh, and he's about to get flamed. Don't do it! Yeah, he's running away from my armor set. That's hilarious. I forgot that was a thing. Huh, okay. Well, what about the shaman? Is that it? Wait, he's running through the goblin camp? Oh yeah, because he's running away from me. But he won't engage. Ah, okay, yeah, they got him. Alright. Tragic troll life. Well, that worked out well. Now I got my stuff back. And now the chaos has subsided. Funny, right? Because it seems like, oh, it's never ending. But then, the chaos subsides. Hey, I learned my trick. I know how to fight these guys now. We jump, and we do the thing. And then we just keep stabbing them. Uh-oh. I didn't get that second stun, though. Come on, I got 6 seconds. You can do it. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna call it the Goblin Thrust. Ooh, silver necklaces. Nice. Alright. Now, do I have some coins, but I should have enough to make a cart in... Which would be better, inside or outside the place? For now, I'm just gonna put all of this stuff here. I mostly have an inventory full of nonsense. So let's get rid of that. I guess I can get coins. I have two choices. I can kill some more goblins here. Or I can go into the burial crypt. And I'll go into the burial chamber in a little bit. But for now, let's see what's kind of hanging out in this base. Because there was a lot of fighting here. And it looks like some goblins died. Some other stuff happened. There's an abomination here. What is this place? I don't know what that base-like thing is, but interesting spot. Let's see. So are these two different camps or the same one? I guess it's the same one. Alright then, Mr. Goblin. I don't have a bubble anymore. So I have to use Goblin Thrust. Oh, uh-oh. That didn't work. Goblin Thrust failed me. Uh-oh. And now I have no health, so I have to be, like, genuinely careful. Alright, I can survive a hit from that spear if I have health. But I don't think I'll survive without... Well, actually, maybe. Maybe I'll be okay. Let's see. Bubble me? Yeah, I survived. Okay. Whoa! Just in time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I went in for the second lunge. Okay, I'm okay. Whew. This is another example of an inadvertent system. Notice I'm using a tower shield, right? Yet I can parry him. And it's like a pseudo parry, because what's happening is I'm getting the magic bubble shield, and then it's breaking, and the breaking of the magic bubble on PoM gives a parry. So it staggers the enemy, basically. An AoE parry. Completely accidental, but it made the tower shields stronger. So I'm not complaining. And it looks like we can clear this out pretty easy. I just have to keep my bubble shield up here. Alright, he's gonna reactivate, and now this guy will come in and attack. And I can bait his attack, and then go for the lunge, basically. That's what we're gonna do. Go for the goblin's thrust! Oh, I missed. So what's cool about bubble blocking, you can use anything to activate the bubble shield. So you see how I just blocked with the sword, right? Once it's empowered, they get a pretty decent block force. Although, the scaling is interesting on empowered weapons, because sometimes it doesn't scale how you might expect it to. And that might make a stronger weapon weaker, or a weaker weapon stronger. What just happened? That was weird. What are you? You're supposed to attack me. What are you doing? It's time for Goblin Thrust. Goblin Thrust! Oh, I see. I keep pulling on his head. Goblin Thrust! There we go. Ooh, what'd I get? A builder's box. Hey, cool. Not a builder's box, but they're like loot crates, basically. But don't tell anyone that Path of Magic has loot crates, because they'll get the wrong impression. Dandelions. I should use those dandelions later. Alright. Alright, Mr. Goblin. Give me the shield. It's so satisfying. Goblin Thrust! Goblin Thrust! Oh, nice. Awesome. Whoa. There's a fire up there. What is happening up there? Interesting. Alright, Mr. Desquito. You're not gonna take me out. I gotcha. Yeah. Alright. There's probably a goblin in here somewhere. Ah, yeah, he's right there. Okay. So there's actually a chance the goblin camp can reset when you clear it. So what I'm going to do is take the stuff I have in my inventory, which is almost full here, and we're going to load up our little tune that's over here in relative safety. Because there's actually a lot of Black Forest resources that I don't have. So it'd be good for me to get some of them out of this tomb here. And I could make a cargo crate to store some things and show off some of those mechanics in doing so. And it'll also be a little bit more interesting instead of the same old nonsense. And now that I have stronger gear, I can probably hold my own in this burial chamber. Famous last words, right? Oh, it's blocked. Alright. This must have been placed in some weird way. Let's see, I could try and reset it, but that won't work. So, nope, I can't go in that burial chamber. I guess that is what it is. That means I'm going back with the thistle I found, I suppose. Oh no, we're killing this last goblin and then going back. I guess I should loot the chest. Ooh, that's a lot of coins. Hey, did you just escape? It's okay, I got Goblin Thrust power. There's nothing you can do. Goblin Thrust! Yeah! Haha! Ah, no luck. Alright, nothing there. It looks like this is the last goblin. Oh, and he's a spear goblin! Oh, that's good to know. Good to know. Mr. Goblin, what if I come in through the back? Yeah, this is a raid. I'm here to take your life. It's dark. I just need to reach you first. Just stay still. Let me get to you. Oh, you got me. Ah, that bastard. And then he's empowered. That devil. That was funny. I deserved that. I definitely deserved that. I had a feeling, as soon as I saw that he was a spear goblin, I had this vague sense of, I'm probably going to underestimate him. But here, now we have a better start, right? We have some food. And there's a comfort bonus. Ooh. Yeah, if you look in the chat, you can see Jerry is doing goblin camps. And he got one of the triggers. I haven't gotten any of those triggers when I've been doing it. I haven't had that kind of luck. But the others have been. They've had a load of luck. Nice. Alright. That's good. We got our food. We're ready to go. Okay. Now, I always miss the staircase here, so that's a sign that it is not visually designed well. It's like hidden. I'll fix that in the future. But for now, we got everything I need. Got my sword and everything. My sword keeps me alive from the death skeeto. So as long as I have this, I'm probably fine. We just need to make it all the way back down. Ooh, you can give me a bubble. Yeah. All right, I feel confident now that I have my goblin thrust ability. Yeah, and once I block once with the tower shield, I can take it out or unequip it and just use the sword, so that way I don't have to run so slowly. Uh-oh. Yeah, you broke my bubble. This one, give me one? Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if I could actually get the bubble with the sword, but apparently I can. Goblin thrust! Yeah. Oh, I have too much fun with that. Now, I've learned that dying over and over again is no good. But if Dark Souls taught me anything, it's that you can die once and get back to your stuff. And as long as you don't die twice in a row, you don't actually lose anything, because you just accumulate more stuff on the way, right? So why don't I adopt that mentality here, and as I go to the ship, which I will bring back to the base, probably with like a cargo crate or something, as I accumulate some resources here, I can go back and fight some things on the way. Because I can actually, I need iron for building, and I can trade black metal for iron. It's 2 for 1 to any Dvergr. So, getting more black metal is beneficial for me, even though I don't have any way to, like, actually process that black metal, right? Alright, what's going on here? Let's make sure I don't F this up. Now he's gonna teleport. Goblin thrust! Goblin thrust! Yeah. Oh, I have too much fun with that. Too much fun. Alright, let's not run straight through the goblin camp. Instead, I'm gonna run past it. Sounds like a smarter idea, right? I've learned my lessons, though. I just gotta keep an eye out for the death skeeter, right? And I want to get a whole stack of cloudberries, because I actually have been ignoring cloudberries for the most part. So, actually 2 stacks is probably good. Looks like there's plenty over here. And I died right over there, so I think I can actually, yeah, I can see the twinkle of my tombstone. Hey, here we go. Nice. Okay. I don't want these. There we go. Now we have our 2 stacks. And we have our one last goblin who became empowered somehow. Ooh, hello, Mr. Skeleton. You're gonna give us a bubble. Oh god, he's behind us! He escaped! Of course! Of course he escaped because I broke open the fence so that he was able to. I see. I see. That's funny. I confidently ran up here thinking he would still be stuck inside. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Grey Dwarf Oh. You tried. You tried. Hello, the adventurous gamer. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you again. I hope you're doing well this morning. Oh no, and I have too much stuff to loot it. Of course. I guess, alright, I can fight him. It's time to use Goblin Thrust. I learned how to do this. Here we go. But this is a tough one, right? Because so he's just gonna keep chasing me, and then if he gets an attack, he's not gonna circle me, right? He's just gonna keep, yeah, okay. So, I gotta use my Goblin Thrust. He's gotta be in the right spot. There we go. Goblin Thrust! Yeah! That's too satisfying. I've been geeking out about that because I found out that you can jump and start the secondary attack while you're jumping. And so you'll land and perform the attack, basically. And it allows you to, like, land the attacks in places you might not normally get them. Nice, and now we have plenty of coins. All this nonsense. Awesome, good stuff, good stuff. But that was the last goblin. Yeah, nothing happened here. No luck. I could try again, but I have to decide. Do I want to respawn the goblin camp? Or do I want to respawn the burial chamber so I can get what I need from that? I don't know. I guess we'll find out here. How did I get the fishing hat buff? What? Probably says so in chat. Oh no, I got it. Yeah, okay. You get a random buff every time you kill an empowered monster. And because I killed that empowered goblin, I got the fishing buff. So now I guess that means I can swim faster, is that right? I don't remember exactly how it works. Yeah, feel the speed. The pure adrenaline. Here it is. Oh, that's funny. Alright, well, I think it's better for me to reset the goblin camp. But maybe not, actually, because I have goblin camp stuff. What I'm missing is more like money that comes from the burial chamber. So maybe I'll do that. I still need 150 more coins, though. How do I do that? Let's see. I didn't leave any coins in the boat, did I? I guess we'll see. Look at all these. We're being invaded because it's nighttime. So there's all these night spawns nearby, right? That's why I love biome borders. They're so interesting. Because you get to see, like, the night goblins spawn and then go in and fight the other things, and then they fight the others. It's really cool. Although right now there's a marked lack of goblin here. Seem to have found all of the Grey Dwarves. Why don't you come fight these 2-star locks, huh? Huh? Why don't you just say hello to them instead? Yeah, there you go. Thank you. You don't have to worry about me so much. It would have been nice if the troll followed, but he didn't. Tragic. Alright, so while they're distracted, I need to get a little bit more coin. Just a couple more. The Venturous Gamer says, what's up with the plains biome? Is it just near a black forest? It looks different. So for the most part, the plains is the same. Although this is like a goblin camp that is right on the edge of the plains. So part of the goblin camp, like, extruded. In that way, it's different. This doesn't normally happen in Valheim. Oh, uh-oh. Leave me alone. I mean, there's lots of stuff on PoM that isn't normal, right? Like, there was another one. I should have remembered there was in a pack of 3. You wanna go? It's so nice to fight non-plains monsters. I'm used to those brutal plains goblins on PoM now. They're so strong. I love it. It's great because normally I can just like fight in the plains without much concern. But then I tried going there, and I just got my ass handed to me for the first bit, and then I had to like use more strategy and like kill things more slowly, and then it worked out. And that's what I like. I like it when the game, any game really, not just Valheim, but I like it when it sort of not punishes you, but if you're impatient, that it puts you in your place and reminds you of the importance of patience. I find that for me is a wonderful thing in a game, personally. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add some cargo crates to this tune. Basically, players on Path of Magic can make a special kind of cargo crate that has a lot of health, so it won't break as easily as cargo crates normally break. Because if you've used them before, you'll know that it might be fine to get, you can get it into the ocean, no problem. But once you're in the ocean, then it's really easy for it to just break just from being on the boat or something, right? So on Path of Magic, you can just place 10 of these 1x1 wood pieces. So I didn't have enough wood, so I gotta loot a bit more here. And you'll see it'll make a special crate. So we're gonna keep going until we make our crate. There we go. Give it a second and then it'll show up. And this allows you to store more stuff than normal in a boat at risk. Because you have to keep in mind, yes, the crate has loads of health, but that doesn't mean that you can't lose it or it might not get flung off of the boat. So in general, it's good to put the more kind of random things in the crates, and then that way, if you lose them, it's not that big of a deal. Although I have actually recovered crates multiple times, so it's completely possible. And we're actually going to give this boat, I'd say 3 crates, maybe even 4. Because we really don't have to go very far. So I can probably handle not losing the cargo crates, because we're only sailing down a river, which makes it even easier to not lose them, as opposed to sailing down a ocean where the waves are really intense, which is some really cool like realism there. Let's see. Yeah, we only need 10, I think, right? Yeah, 1 each, okay. Yeah. Alright, that should be our last one here. Alright, 4 of them. I'd say that's solid. Now, it'd be nice if they're all on the same side, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. And what we're going to do is just load up stuff here, except our coins. We want to keep these because I want to reset probably the burial chamber. I think I'll be able to loot the burial chamber if I reset it. And then I can get some more stuff out of it and take it to the plains base, because I don't really have all of the building materials that I need for certain things. Like, for example, you saw I couldn't make a spice rack because I didn't have thistle. So there's a couple little things. I want to take the boat back. There's something really satisfying, actually, about just filling a boat up, to be honest. And like just sailing it back and then processing everything. Maybe I'm weird, but I seem to enjoy that kind of thing. Alright, where's the nonsense? Nonsense. Ah, yeah, resin. That's another thing I kept running out of, was the resin. And Great Dwarf Eyes. Is there anything I can... Yeah, I guess I don't really need any barley, do I? Nice. Okay. Cool. So now we can just drop this off, and I need to acquire 100 coins somehow. I can probably just go kill some goblin. Then I'm gonna do this burial chamber with my newly empowered gear, so it should be easier. Let's see, I'm just gonna kind of dump things in here. Try and use the auto stacking feature so they actually stack properly. That's good. Alright, so I don't have any coins, right? No coins here. I do have some things I could sell for coins if I find a Dvergr. And that would be enough coins, actually. So I'm going to bring that just in case. And now I'm going to go look for either a Dvergr or goblin. Because if I kill the goblin, I'll eventually get enough coins. I only need 150 more? Yeah, 150 exactly. It's kind of funny. There's not like a chest. Oh, there's probably a chest up there I could loot. Hey, and it's daytime. I love the plains. Oh, there's so much darkness in Valheim. Just seeing the plains and the view. Oh, I love it. Maybe that's why I like it so much. I love goblins. I love plains. I love the view. I love the combat. Whoa, whoa, calm down, Mr. 2-star. Calm down, I wasn't ready for you. How about you tell your friend over here and he can... Yeah, give me a bubble shield. There we go. Burning. No, I still have the barrier though. Okay. Alright, so once I get the bubble, I can go into sword mode. It's kind of like two-handed sword mode in Dark Souls. Funny. Alright, mister. I'm gonna break my bubble. Ah! Goblin thrust! Oh no! I lost my bubble. It's so subtle when you lose your bubble. It's so easy to not notice. You have to like pay attention. Like in that case, I didn't notice I lost my bubble because I saw the animation. I noticed because I saw the goblin do the attack and I knew the attack hit me. And in that way, it's almost like you gotta imagine you're making eye contact with the enemies. And then you'll notice like when things, nefarious things happen. What is happening? I need to get up there and loot. It's all destroyed. Ah, that's right, there was a fire up there. How did that fire happen? I don't know. I didn't bring any arrows though, which is kind of silly. Let's see. I don't have any iron either. I guess I can't collapse this tower. Can't really get up there. Oh, I could build up there. Okay, I guess that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, this tower doesn't reset? Interesting. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it does. It's just the first part. Oh, no, it did say the message. Yeah, okay. I just didn't see the message. Interesting. Alright, so we're gonna just kind of build up here a little bit. I need to just kind of try and get into their little goblin place. And it looks like it'll be pretty easy to build. Yeah, because you can just make platforms on the stone. I see. Alright. Oh, yeah, but I can't just jump onto the top piece, right? Oh, I can, okay. Oh, God! Can you tell I love platformers? I don't. I hate platformers. It's not that I hate them. I guess I've never really understood why they became such a big thing, personally. I don't like them that much. Not enough to dedicate an entire genre of gaming to them, but oh my gosh! Okay, I get it. I'm on your roof. I get it. But you might not want to destroy your house so much. You're not going to get a new one. You hear me? Right, maybe there's some... No, there's no coins in this chest. That was the whole reason I came up here. You have another chest? Oh, there's some coins. Hello, friend. Ah! Okay. I'm going to learn my lesson. I'm not going back up there. No. They can go live their lives and destroy their own tower. That's fine. Oh, whoa. That was the sound of a spear. Oh, a goblin avenger. I have an idea. So when you kill a goblin and it's the last goblin in a camp, you can trigger the camp into reacting. So let's see if these two negate each other. Come on. Oh, he'll will he only attack me? I don't know if that's how these monsters work. Oh no, he's attacking the troll. Damn, 1-star troll hits hard. Yeah, see, they're tough monsters, right? So they just keep attacking. And it's only hard if you don't know that they do that. It catches you off guard. But once you learn about it, well, it's pretty easy. It's just if there's multiple monsters that's a problem, right? Yeah! Coins? 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 No. I got 3 coins. I need a mere 97 more. No, not even 97, 147. Why there's so many locks at this camp? Kind of unnerving. I probably put too many camps here, to be honest. There does not need to be 4 in this one little region, especially when they respawn. Now this goblin camp is insane. This is the huge one that I always get ganked on. I seem to underestimate just how big it is. Bubble. Oh. Yeah. Wait, I didn't get a bubble. Oh, I did. It's just a second later. Okay. Alright, sword mode. Goblin thrust. Oof. Oh, that hit me right in the face. I survived though. God damn, these fueling are fast. Calm down. Calm down. Oh gosh. Those meteor attacks. Okay, I can't get a bubble from him. Oh no, I'm on fire! No! I was too late anyway. If you get in the water fast enough, you can actually, like, negate some of the damage, but... I need to go somewhere where these guys will get distracted. I'm gonna die over here. And it's misty. Of course it's misty. Too bad I know where I am. Famous last words, right? Hey, calm down, Mr. Goblin. Calm down. Calm down. I'm just gonna take you to our Grey Dwarf friends over here. All I want is either a Dvergr or some coins. That's it. It's not that hard. Time for Goblin Thrust. Looks like, yeah, there we go. Alright, Mr. Shaman. You're gonna teleport at some point. There we go. Nice. Alright, now I can get this guy with the Goblin Thrust. Goblin Thrust! Yeah. Oh, hey, I got the event that time. Well, nothing happened, but it showed the text, right? Labrat just slaughtered the goblin. So sometimes events can happen, but I think I need to do that a little bit more because it feels kind of gimmicky that nothing happens. So maybe I'll make something visual happen. I'm not really sure. For now, though, we're off on our quest. Hey, is this the fog clearing? That would be awesome. I appreciate that. I really like the view of the plains. It's just so nice and bright and vibrant. All right, now I wanna just get a little bit of coins here. That'd be nice. Maybe these goblins will let me just steal some coins from one of their chests. It's a funny situation to be in where I want 100 coins for something. It's kind of odd, to be honest, because it's just not something I normally experience. Oh, there's an empowered fueling? Where is he? He's getting hurt by something. He'll drop a chest. And that chest has 100 coins in it. Oh gosh. Ah, I see, I see. Okay, so the tar blob spawned. Well, that's no good. Not trying to fight a bunch of tar blobs. Also not trying to fight a bunch of Loxin. Or all of these goblins. Holy crap. You can give me a bubble, though. No, you didn't give me a bubble! Oh, no! Oh, no, it did. It's just a second later. Alright, that was weird. Whatever. Run! Oh, gosh. Look at all these. All these goblins. Actually, maybe I'm better off over here just fighting these enemies. There's a lot of them, but they're not... Ooh, this plains is pretty. Another camp? Okay, okay. Maybe there's too many camps here. Alright. Can I even do this? I don't think so. I think this is too little space and too many enemies. I would need some kind of like Dvergr to show up or something. So I'm gonna adopt the runaway strategy. It's my new way to survive. These deer, plains deer running around. Wait, oh yeah, there's a chest down there, but it's probably gone by now, isn't it? Curses. Curses. Yeah, the chest only lasts for like 30 seconds. So there were too many goblin for me to loot it when it first spawned. Wait, what's attacking? Oh, I see, I see. Those plains things spawn, the tar blobs. Is there a... It seems like there's no chests there. That's kind of weird. Uh-oh. Damn, this guy runs fast. Do they run faster when they get one of those shields? What's up with that? Alright. Okay, I might be able to fight that group, because there's that one guy right there. I don't have a rested buff, though, so... Probably not a good idea. This one goblin, you can give me a bubble shield. You can do it. No, he didn't attack me! What do you mean? He hesitated. Oh, no. It's alright. It's alright, we'll lose him here. This guy's getting ready for Goblin Thrust! Yeah! No goblin can survive Goblin Thrust. Ooh. 900. Now we just need 33 more coins. A mere 33. Aha! Sucker. You wanna go? Come on, Mr. Shaman. Goblin Thrust! Yeah! Ooh, a box of ashwood. Nice! Now that is a good drop. I'm gonna bring this boat a bit closer here. I can also get a rested buff from the boat. And I could actually start using the boat so they attack it. That's another thing to think about, but... I think for now it's alright. Alright, let's do the thing. We're gonna hold shift in all these crates so I don't double stacks up too much. Oh. Now I have all this nonsense. We're so close. You see this? We are so close. Just a few coins away. I guess at this point I can get it just by fighting other goblin, right? Seems to be the case, but for now let's move this a little bit. And I think I should also get rid of this stuff, but what happened to my hammer? Did I put it away? Don't need that one. Alright, there we go. Nice. Alright. And as you can see, if you're wondering why, like, I'm getting a rested buff, it's because this is the Toon quest boat. And the quest boat gives you different buffs. So, depending on the boat, this one gives you Wind Run, a Wisp Light, and a rested buff. Every time you do something near it. So here, we're just gonna sail a little bit closer here. But not too close. I'm not trying to get the boat deleted by the restart. But at the same time, I do want the boat to actually... The carve only has a ladder on one side. So I want to make sure I'm facing the right way here. Why not actually, let's take the boat a little bit further down. Oh, it's so fast. Jeez. Alright. There's one way to do it. There's our boat. Hopefully it doesn't get deleted by the goblin camp restarting. I don't think it will. Oh no, too early! Oh, it was a second too early. It's alright though, it's alright. I just gotta look him in the eye. He won't dare attack me if I look him in the eye. Oh. Oh, brutal. Look at all these locks in. It's like something seems to be wrong there. There's too many locks in. If I had some arrows, I could just shoot the goblin camp a little bit, but it's not that simple. Yeah, probably I can remove this goblin camp, because there doesn't need to be that big one there, and then this one there, and this one there, and another one. Couldn't be. I got a little bit overzealous when I placed them. Goblin thrust! Yeah. I have too much fun with that. Too much fun. 999 coins, we did it! Hey! That's awesome. Hallelujah. Look at that. Now we can go back here. Oh, another box? What's this one? I didn't even see this one. Box of... Oh, no, that's the box. That's the original box. I see. Thank you. Goblin thrust. Yeah, alright. Hey, be nice, be nice, be nice. Uh-oh. Well, definitely got a lot of nonsense here. A lot of nonsense. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's see. Will the boat defend me? No. No, he has to actually attack the boat. That's right. Is he gonna teleport? What did he do? He vanished. I don't know what happened there, but alright. He just got yeeted out of existence. Here we go. That's where I can place this stuff. Nice. Well, we definitely got plenty of stuff here. And now I can go and actually try and reset... reset the... I'm not going to reset the goblin camp. Instead, I'm going to reset this burial chamber over here. And I think that'll work. Let's see. Unless I forgot about this and it's not registered. Ah, I see. Okay. That makes sense. So this is a non-registered burial chamber. That's why it's blocked. It doesn't actually exist. Yeah, I see. Okay. I guess I need to address that at some point. Here, I'll do one of these things. I added a custom report feature. Nice. And I say burial chamber not registered. Awesome. So that way players, when they find a problem on Path of Magic, they can just do say report and then tell me, and then it shows up, pretty much. But now that we've done this, well, clearly I need to reset this goblin camp. Uh-oh. I'm gonna try and get out of the way now, though. What happened there? Why does that goblin... Oh, did he get hit by the lightning? Ah, well, I healed him anyway. That's funny. So basically what just happened there, the lightning bolt hit the goblin as it was spawning from the restart, and that damaged the goblin. But then I got confused. Oh, my headphone almost fell my tea. That was tragic. Almost tragic. But then I got confused because the goblin spawned with half health, and I was like, what happened? And then he killed me. Classic. Classic. Alright, 1 second. I will be right back. I'm just gonna start some tea. Alright. Tea is steeping. Good to go. Let's see. Alright. Now, do I want to go get my body back? I suppose I know what I can do. I'll just go get the body back and then bring the stuff. I don't need to keep fighting stuff. I just wanted to reset that goblin camp. for some reason. But I see now that I didn't really need to. And what I can do is bring what was already looted back here, and then make a couple more empowering attempts. But in doing so, I'll be able to show off a little bit the situation. So we have some ultra carts here, so why don't I take this ultra cart with me? And I'm gonna look for a spot that it looks like the terrain doesn't go down too quickly, so I could feasibly carry the stuff that's in the boat. Because the problem is, if I take the boat to the ravine, it's like a sheer cliff, and it's kind of hard to transport everything there. So I'm gonna see if there's a way. I could go. Oh, hello there, Mr. Dusquito. I could go around, and I probably need to do that, because you see how steep this is? It's no good. No good, no good. Oh. So it looks like what would actually need to happen is I would need to go down here, over there, around there, and like weave through these camps. And that's probably going to take too long. So I'm just going to leave this here. It'll be useful next time I fight that huge goblin camp. And we're going to go down here and just go retrieve my body. Because this cart is probably going to be too heavy. So I won't be able to take it up easily. It'll be easier for me to just take the actual cart, or take the actual boat back to the ravine and deal with it there. But I want to make a whole system to like lift heavy stuff up. There's a way to do it now with these conveyors, because they can go vertical. But for now, this is alright. Let's see, do we have... We need a little bit more bronze. That was like the main reason. Let's see. We have some scrap bronze, scrap copper, 3 tin, 4, 5. Okay, so we only got like 6 more bronze so far. So I guess I should try and fight a little bit more, because otherwise I can't really make more of this gear, right? I need a lot of bronze, it looks like. And a lot of silver necklaces. So the more of these camps, the better. But this one's smaller, so that seems to make it more reasonable. There's something about that other camp up on the hill. It's like genuinely challenging. You aggro so many goblins. Ah, you're gonna teleport, huh? That's right. I gotcha. Goblin thrust. Oh no, that was kick. Goblin thrust. Yeah. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. See, every goblin that I kill in the camp will give me more metal. And there's a chance of getting either... Wait, what? You saw that treasure chest disappear, right? What was that about? Am I tripping? That happened, didn't it? Heh, bubbled. Goblin thrust. Oh, I missed. Alright, let's be smart here. I gotta do the triage. We have our shaman. He's our main target. Let's see if we can get him. There we go. Okay, no more shaman. They're vulnerable after they teleport, because they lose their shield. Another coincidence that was kept in, because it adds like an interesting depth for the player to learn about. So we have our bubble shield. Let's make sure I don't lose it. Alright, and now we have our group of enemies we're fighting. Looks like there's 6. With the goblin, you want to rotate around them in a circle and get them to group up together. And you have to prioritize the ranged goblin. They're the most threatening ones. They're the easiest to lose track of, and they'll get you. And the shaman is the stronger of the ranged goblin. Not only is his ranged attack AoE, but it is also a bubble making guy, right? There we go. That's my chance. Ah, they're gonna get me. They're gonna get me. Oh, yeah, something got me. Ah. I didn't do enough damage. That was fun though. I think that's why I like Goblin combat, because it has this, there's something about the Goblin combat that doesn't happen with like Grey Dwarves, for example. Maybe if any of you have any ideas into what it is, because I've been trying to understand why I like Goblin fighting so much. And I think it has something to do with the fact that there's like a variety of different goblin, right? And they kind of group together, and it feels like you're fighting a group of enemies. And the Grey Dwarves, they visually group together, and they group together with the trolls, sort of, right? But it's still, I don't know, maybe it's just because the Grey Dwarfs aren't as strong, and the Grey Dwarf different enemies are like, yeah, that could be it. There's not as much variety. Because, for example, with the Grey Dwarf, there's Grey Dwarf, Greyling, Grey Dwarf Brute, Grey Dwarf Shaman, and they all look fundamentally different from each other, for the most part. Grey Dwarf and Greylings are pretty similar, right? But let's say they all look different. Those are all different kinds of monsters, whereas the Goblin, just their weapon being different changes their feeling, right? So maybe the Goblin combat feels the way it does because of the variability of weapons and attacks. Because there's Goblin and Ranged Goblin, Goblin Shaman, and Goblin Berserker. And I guess also Death Skeeto, Tarblob. Right? These are parts of the experience. Yeah, the boat's ganking the Goblin fighting it. That is hilarious. I was wondering if that would happen. Yeah, I remember you. Goblin Thrust! Ooh, he got me with that burn. Oh, he's gonna get me with the second attack. Yeah, he killed me. I was too distracted by the quest boat. Yeah, because the Goblin, when I come back, it reactivates the Goblin in that area, right? And then they want to start fighting the boat, but the quest boats on Path of Magic defend themselves. So if the player isn't there, they start blowing up the enemies that are nearby. And I'll have to see, because I tried to make it in a way where that isn't so easy to counter that mechanic. Not counter, but because in theory the player can find a place where they can leave the boat and attract monsters. There's probably a way that you can put a quest boat next to a goblin camp and then go far enough away that the monsters are still there, and basically the boat kills the monsters for you. So we'll see if that's sort of happening. I was distracted because I was thinking about that, and I didn't think about the fact that I can't just run head first into a fireballing shaman, because he's gonna fireball me. And surprise, surprise, what happened? I got fireballed, as one does. Alright, I got a rested buff though, and I think we're ready to go here. Just gotta keep an eye out for those Death Skeeto. They definitely got me a couple times, because on Path of Magic, the Death Skeeto gets removed half the time it attacks you. But it doesn't always happen in time. So what happened with me basically is it got removed, it got removed, it got removed, and then I became complacent, and I was like, nah, I don't have to worry about the Death Skeeto. I can run through this plains at night with no regard for... And then, of course, it works again. And so, one of the things you'll probably notice a lot if you play on PoM is that I rarely implement mechanics in a certain way, if that makes sense. Most games are developed in a way where when this happens, that happens every single time. Whereas PoM is developed in a way where when this happens, 10 other things may happen, possibly. Because I don't know how to phrase this, but when I was more studious, so to speak, academically and interested in college and all these things, I was interested in psychology. And I remember one of the few things I learned about psychology, because let's be real, college is all about all this other stuff that they taught you in high school, and you have to relearn it. And then after 2 years, you get to start taking like more than 2 courses in the subject you're studying. So really, going to college for a year or 2 and studying a subject doesn't mean anything. It just means you took some gen ed in a college. And that's what I did. So I don't want to give the impression that, oh, I studied psychology or something. I wanted to, and then I left, and I was like, screw this is expensive. I have not regretted that at all, especially living in Nicaragua. With that being said, what I'm getting at is there's some psychology to uncertainty, and that plays a big role in Path of Magic. And that I'd say is probably one of the divisive things, right? Because obviously the no map, no portal thing is very divisive. But then there's the way the uncertainty is carried out. For some people, they don't like that. Like, they really dislike uncertainty. For me personally, I absolutely love uncertainty. I think it's a great thing because certainty just means you're going to get bored of the game pretty much. And like, yeah, you need certainty to a point, but only to a point. You really don't need... you don't benefit from being able to predict everything all the time. I don't think that that's really necessary in a game. I think it's better that people feel some level of unpredictability. Like, I guess it kind of depends. Like, when you make an attack, you know, you should always make that attack, and if the enemy was in the right place, it should land. You know what I mean? Oh, that was close. So I don't think that everything should be uncertain, but I like the idea of walking down a path, and sometimes nothing happens. And other times you walk down the path, and you find a bunch of goblin who are trying to kill you. Well, path in the plains, you know? That's the idea, like, uncertainty in what you can find, not necessarily uncertainty in all of the gameplay mechanics. And alright, I see what's happening now. These shaman are hunting me. That's what's going on. So, I need to wait for him to rebubble. There we go. Nice. Oh, they are good team members there. I'm glad I was wet. I gotta say, fighting one shaman is one thing, but fighting 4 or 3 in a pack definitely feels more deep. I think, and that's what I was trying to get at earlier. There's something about the goblin fighting that's just fundamentally more enjoyable to me, and I don't understand, and I want to know why. Like, is it that they're little dudes and they're funny? Like, what is it? Is it like all these elements together combining to make them amusing? Is it the fact that the 2-star scary ones are red? Like, there's so many little details about goblins that I just love. Like, why hasn't he seen me? Goblin thrust! Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so I'm trying to farm metal, basically. On Path of Magic, you get metal. Instead of just getting a lot of black metal, you get all kinds of different metal scraps from fighting goblin inside the goblin camp. So I'm using that to get materials so that I can do empowering stuff and make my bronze gear stronger. Because as I'm playing and working on the plains area, I'm also playtesting the empowered gear to try and figure out how it feels, etc. Yeah, and this is a much more reasonable camp. Oh, that was not the last goblin in the camp, but that's okay. I guess I can just change... I often just change the wording of a notification so that it's correct, instead of changing the mechanic. So this, for example, said I slaughtered the last goblin in the camp. as you can see, that wasn't true. So I can either fix it so it's more accurate, or I can change the wording so it says, you slaughtered one of the last goblin in the camp. Because it is true, this is the last little pack remaining, right? And then I don't have to keep complicating the script, I can just keep it as it is, which is advantageous. Alright, now this is problematic. So the moment I stop blocking, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I have to separate them somehow. I think I have to keep away from the tough guy's attack. Oh, I lost my bubble. Oh gosh. Uh-oh. Woof. Oh, I got that speed from the tower buff though. Oh, that's great. Oh gosh. Woof. Hey, more spam. Nice. Your spam proposal that's copy pasted is so long it doesn't fit on my screen. You know, sometimes things are so memishly amusing. Like, I was talking with some customer service to try and like fix this problem, right? And I've been trying to deal with it for 2 months. And it has to do with the fact that I live in Nicaragua, but I like am an American, so I have some services that like I set up when I used to live in the US, right? And so I have to deal with that, and I've been trying to deal with one of them for 2 months. And sometimes it's like comical how unprofessional things can be in some situations. Like, for example, I've been in this situation for 2 months trying to fix it, right? I've talked to like 10 different reps, 3 different specialists, and they kept like closing the case on me because I didn't respond fast enough. And even like once I didn't respond for 6 minutes, and then like they closed the thing, and I had been waiting for them in certain parts for like 30 minutes. Not just like once in the beginning, like in multiple parts. I waited like 10, 15 minutes, and like while they were figuring something out, and then like I wouldn't respond immediately and they'd shut the case, and I was just like, what the hell is this nonsense, right? So when I see people spamming, I think of that situation, because when I talked to the last customer service rep, she opened the case, looked at the history, and of course they don't actually look at the history. They have access to the whole situation, but they don't read all of it, right? So every time you talk to a new rep, it's a new person, and they're treating it like it's a new situation, right? It's a horrible experience from a customer service point of view. But at the end of the day, I want to get my stuff back, so I had to do it, right? And everything works out, then it resets and it loads up with a new person. And they're like, okay, so I understand that you want to change your email address, which had absolutely nothing to do with what I was trying to do, right? And then after that, they sent a message that was like a cat stepped on their keyboard. It just like spammed the whole page with this message that was like a bunch of C's and X's and Q's. And it was a turning point for me, because prior to that moment, I was pretty frustrated, to be honest, with the whole experience. But then that happened, and then it was just so ridiculous that I was like, this is all a joke. All of life is a fucking joke. No one gives a shit about what they're doing. This is all nonsense. And I have to remember that. And then as soon as I remembered that, everything was fine, and it was funny. So yeah, especially I'll read the copy-pasted spam thing that I guess must trick some people, but here we go. It says, hello, great streamer. You stream so well, that's why I followed you. I do see you stream a lot, but yet still not affiliated and partnered. I got a proposal for you. I will share your stream to a Kit community for you to hit 1,000 followers with 700 viewers and earn nothing less than $1,000 per streaming and enable your sub button. Just add me on Discord. Oh my god. Like that, you know, you get so used to seeing it over and over and over and over again. I guess it must work on some people, right? Like, whoa, oh, you got me. Yeah, he got me. He got me. It's alright. I need to bring arrows. I'll bring arrows this time. Because I actually made some more. I think we have some frost arrows. And then I'll sail the boat back. And that'll be the end, probably. And then the next one will just be mostly about building. Because I won't be able to empower a whole lot of stuff. I'll be able to, like, make maybe a level 6 legging or something, which won't make a huge difference. But after I get some more bronze, I will be able to. So I'll take some arrows down there, and that'll allow me to kill the brute. Because I've been doing all of this with melee combat, which is not normally what I do, to be honest. Normally I have arrows and do melee. But it's definitely possible with this, with the empowered items and also with the bubble blocking. That really makes a huge difference. I really like the bubble blocking system, and I'm definitely... A lot of the things on Path of Magic are essentially tests of different game development mechanics that I want to try in games. And the bubble blocking system is a test of a rework of the health mechanics so that you can keep yourself alive while also being able to be killed more easily. Because what I've noticed in game worlds, particularly in something like World of Warcraft, is that it's incredibly immersive when you first go through an area and you're leveled appropriately. But then once you become too powerful for the area, the immersion goes down, and you kind of tend to stop, or players in general tend to stop appreciating the area. It just doesn't feel as dangerous anymore, and they don't really interact with it anymore. So they get used to, oh, I'm only here for now, and then this area is going to become completely irrelevant and invalid. And that becomes normal to them, and they start to expect it. And I think that's a bad habit. It teaches players bad habits. And what I mean by a bad habit is it teaches a player to do something that will make them not enjoy the game as much. And I don't think that's a good thing. That's something that I want to work on. So that's why there's this attitude with the melee on Path of Magic with this bubble blocking system. It makes it so that you don't die in one hit necessarily, but you will pretty much always die in two. And see, now because I survived that first hit, I get the bubble block. And as long as you have the bubble block, and you're holding block, whenever you get hit and lose it, you'll get a new one. Meaning you can just stay alive. But as you've seen, when you fight groups of monsters, they can time, well, their attacks end up getting timed in a way where they hit through your bubble. And personally, I really love that. I think it's worked out quite well, and I'm happy with it. Obviously, everything needs a little bit of polish, but I see now that this concept of like a defensive mode where you're much harder to kill but you can't attack, and then you attack and open up your defenses, it works, and it makes melee more fluid. And I've also learned from Valheim that ranged and magic is gonna probably naturally completely overpower melee unless you do a lot of unrealistic things to melee. And it's probably better to do the unrealistic things because they're fun, and that makes the gameplay more interesting. So to be specific, in this case, for example, you get a magic shield when you block with anything. Oh, it's because it's a chest from before. I get it. So when you block with your fist or a sword or whatever, you'll get a magic shield. That doesn't make sense, really, does it? But it works and it's fun. And it makes melee more viable. And also, when you kill enemies, you get healed, right? But that doesn't really make sense either, does it? Why would killing an enemy heal you? But these are mechanical changes that I'm starting to think are sort of fundamentally necessary to make the feel of the melee viable relative to the feel of powerful magic and ranged. Like if we were to keep the comparisons going to Dark Souls, for example. In Dark Souls, magic is absurdly powerful. If you know what you're doing, you can use magic and have a decent time. Oh gosh. This looks interesting. You can have a decent time in Dark Souls with magic and not a grueling dying over and over experience. For the most part, magic makes Dark Souls easier because you're ranged, you're farther away from the enemies, so you fundamentally aren't at risk as often, and it allows you to be much more yeah, you just don't die as much, right? And I think that's true in almost all games that have combat. And so what I've learned from PoM is that melee needs a lot of kind of mechanical alterations to be more viable. Because the reality is, if you just have melee, magic, and ranged, then there's always going to be incentives for a player to survive more easily by keeping the danger further away from them. So a normal video game would work around this by making ranged weak and making mana expensive, right? But these are sort of artificial constraints that I don't think are necessarily good to rely on. And that's why I think that it's better to make melee different by adding different layers to it. In Path of Magic, you get a bubble that means that if you're holding block, you'll live for the most part, unless you take poison damage or fire damage, even if a bunch of enemies are attacking you. But you knock back enemies and these things as well, right? So it's not just that. And also, when enemies die near you, they heal you. So if you kill them far away from ranged, nothing happens. But when you kill them with melee, you get healed more. And also, when you kill enemies nearby, you get more loot in certain situations on Path of Magic. So there's all these little things that make it so that melee itself is fundamentally more viable or more useful. And I think that for it to really work in any game, melee in particular needs a lot of help. It needs a lot of mechanical changes. Otherwise, it suffers a lot when it starts having to, so to speak, compete or compare itself to ranged and magic, particularly magic. Because magic in video games tends to be absurdly powerful, to the point of sometimes like breaking the comparisons of other classes. Oh, good morning, little rooster. I put him on the toilet every morning, and it appears I took too long, so he's now jumped out of the toilet, and he is now walking through the room to go somewhere. He seems quite confident, like he knows where he's going. Oh, no, he turned around. He must be looking for the hens. Yeah, he's so cute. Alright, I'm getting distracted. Let's see, I need to save another 100. I guess that means metal, right? There we go. Now I want to get this stuff up here. And this is something that I'll work on a building project for. Oh no! Oh, barely. But I want to make a conveyor, so you can just pull the boat up here, and then there's a conveyor foreman, and then a conveyor goes in a loop up here. So that way I don't need to spend much time like messing with stuff. I just go up here into this little river area, and then it conveys everything up, right? So I keep going in the wrong spot, as you can tell. I need to go over here. Because right now I have to do all this nonsense to get all the heavier stuff up where it needs to be. And so that's the next thing I'll work on, and I'll probably do that off stream. So then in the next stream, which will be on Wednesday, because now I stream on Monday and Wednesday, and then I'll do a development stream on Friday. So this Friday will be the first Path of Magic development stream. So I'll do like a live development, and then every Friday I'll do that. So that'll be more for people who want to learn about scripting and how to do it yourself, deal with troubleshooting. You'll have a chance to see somebody who actually manages the server, and I'll show you all the work and the different things that come up and how to like manage problems and deal with them. So that'll be on Friday, but on Wednesday, that's 2 days from now, I'll do the next one, which will probably, I have a feeling I'm going to work on this area here. So you see how there's this part and it points that direction, and then there's that over there. I want to make like this conveyor system, basically. So I think I might make it up here, and then it'll like spiral up to this spot over here. And then a cart can be used to take things over here. And then they'll go to this conveyor system. And then they can get smelted. Because this links up to all of those. And then the metal pulls down from there. Just like that. And then I'll also work on this. But for now, I think the thing I feel inspired about is this area. Because I need resources. So having some kind of cool way to bring the resources up here sounds interesting. And I was thinking about having some big grand bridge over to that area. But maybe I don't even need to do that. Because I can just get stuff with this little carved ship here, right? And then have it like park in a spot and toss the stuff out, and I think that'll be kind of fun. So I can make a little platform to do that, and then it'll come up here, and then it'll somehow go over there. And that's what I feel like working on. So that's what I'll be doing off stream, and in the next stream you'll see what that looks like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If you want to support my work, then consider checking out the tutorials and other things on the YouTube channel. You can also support me on Patreon, especially if you play on the server. That's usually what people do when they really enjoy it and they want to contribute in some way. And you can rent a dedicated Valheim server if that's something you're interested in. I have tutorials about how to do that with Zap hosting. You can set up your own Expand World prefab server and create a customized Valheim experience with different progression. Basically, the limit is you have to use game objects that already exist in the game, but you can make the game do anything in response to itself. So that allows you to basically bypass any problem that you encounter or find. And this is something that's really, really fascinating. For me, it's added a lot of depth to Valheim and has made it a game development kind of situation. I get to practice game development now. And it's mostly thanks to this Expand World prefabs mod that has been developed by Yair. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Little Rooster says bye-bye. Well, he's saying